What's your niche? What's your niche?
I'll tell you my passion,
Yeah.
or what I consider to be my life work. And this has only coalesced in this form this year, but I am truly clear that my work in the world is to remind us that we're hardwired for self-expression in community.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is what we know how to do as human beings. It's what we have civilized ourselves away from. It's one of the most medicinal, healthy things that we can do. It's challenging because we have a lot of resistance to connection, to self-expression, but again, because there's so much resistance, because there's so much wounding, particularly with our voices and allowing our voices to be heard, and therefore our art or our passion or our gift to the world. That's really my work, is bringing that out in people and letting people know that that's normal and it's safe to do that, and it's my life's work, and it brings me great joy because I get to instigate collective joyful experiences, but it's a whole process of normalizing this idea of expressing yourself, and that there's room for everyone to express themselves, and that we're supposed to do that in community because it's how we heal.
And where do you see Off the Mat in 10 years? What's the big
We've had
vision?
visioning sessions like that where it's what do we want to do? I think that my hope is that we as a community are able to keep bringing ourselves back to authenticity, conscious business practices, and expand out into spheres outside the yoga community where we were able to share the values of the yoga practice with people who would never otherwise have access to those values, access to those practices that are healthy, that bring us away from unconscious consumerism, that bring us away from unhealthy lifestyles, that bring us away from disconnection and towards connection, health, and well-being. And I think that if politicians and CEOs of large corporations and multinational corporations and revolutionaries and school children and mothers, basically everybody, if everyone had access to these tools of communication and healing, that we might be making some very different decisions, not only for ourselves as human beings, but for the planet and the future generations to come after us. So my hope is that we will seed a lot of those ideas and ways of being in places where they don't exist now.
Mm-hmm. And what's the legacy that you want to leave behind? Basically, that in a nutshell.
Yeah, I hope that my work in the world is I hope I leave an artistic legacy because I'm an artist myself, and that's very important to me. In all of this idea of helping people find their voice, that my voice is included in that, which sometimes it's hard for us to remember, right? We're doing this work for other people, and it's hard to remember, oh, right, I'm part of that picture. So I hope I leave my own personal artistic legacy, and I hope that as part of Off the Mat, I leave a legacy of awakening, connection, and vital life force in its most joyful, most expressive form.